The next one, if 1, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and alpha 4 are the roots of z power 5 minus 1 is equal to 0 and omega is a cube root of units, then omega minus 1 into omega minus alpha 1 into omega minus alpha 2 into omega minus alpha 3 into omega minus alpha 4 plus omega is equal to, we have to find the value of this. Since z power 5 minus 1 is equal to 0 is a polynomial equation of degree 5, that means this equation has 5 roots and those are given as 1, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4. Okay, so these are the 5 roots of that equation, and we know that every polynomial equation can be expressed as a product of its factors. Every polynomial equation can be expressed as a product of its factors. So that is the concept. So here these are the roots 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4. These are the roots of z power 5 minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, how can we express as a factors of that polynomial? Let us see that. So z power 5 minus 1 can be expressed as like this. It can be expressed as a product of factors. Okay. So if 1 is the root of this polynomial, then z minus 1 is a factor. If alpha 1 is the root of this polynomial, then z minus alpha 1 is a factor. If alpha 2 is a root of this polynomial, then z minus alpha 2 is the factor. Alpha 3 is a root of this polynomial, z minus alpha 3 is the factor. Similarly, z minus alpha 4. So this is the meaning. Every polynomial, this polynomial has 5 roots. So we can express this polynomial as a product of its factors. So these are the factors of this polynomial. 1, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 4 are the roots. Then these are the factors of this polynomial. Okay. So replace z with omega. Now put z is equal to omega. So that means omega power 5 minus 1 is equal to omega minus 1 into omega minus alpha 1 into omega minus alpha 2 into omega minus alpha 3 into omega minus alpha 4. Okay. So this is the equation. We have omega power 5 means what is the value? So cancel with 3. So 3 1 ja 3 means what is the remaining here? 2. So it is equal to omega square minus 1. Omega power 5 means omega cube into omega square. We know that omega cube means 1. Omega cube. Omega power 5 can be expressed as omega square into omega cube. Omega square into omega cube means it is the cube root of unity. Product of cube roots of unity. So finally it is equal to omega square. Or cancel with 3. So 3 1 ja 3. What is the remaining? 2. 2 is the remaining. Therefore this can be expressed as omega square. Okay. So finally it is equal to omega square minus 1. And what is our question? Omega minus 1 into omega minus alpha 1. Omega minus alpha 2, omega minus alpha 3 into omega minus alpha 4. Plus omega is there. So now we have to add plus omega to this equation on both sides. Plus omega. Okay. So I add omega to both sides. Now what is this? Omega plus omega square. What about this? Since we have 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. Therefore omega plus omega square means it is nothing but minus 1. Transpose 1 to right side. It becomes minus 1. So this is equal to minus 1. Already we have minus 1 is there. So totally it is equal to minus 2. Okay. Minus 1 means minus 2. So which is equal to omega minus 1 into omega minus alpha 1 into omega minus alpha 2 and so on like that. So totally this value is equal to minus 2. Therefore option C is the right answer. Okay. Thank you.